And with us now is the mayor of West Haven, Dorinda Borer. And Mayor Borer, great to see you here in the program.
Thank you. Thanks for including me.
So you had some great news about the
We did.
city earlier this
Yes.
spring. Tell us about it, because you're no longer under state oversight.
Correct. So quite an accomplishment for the city of West Haven, but after 8 long years, we were released. We had the board unanimously voted. It's a bipartisan board. And they said, you know, you're ready to stand on your own 2 feet and make your own decisions, and it's time to let you go.
How'd you get it done?
We had to work on what got us in there in the first place. So we were in Tier 4, which was the highest tier in this state oversight board. And, you know, we had to work on fixing our finances, because that was a big part of it. So I brought a new team in. We put checks and balances in, internal controls. We had to, you know, pay down our debt, put our own fiscal guardrails in place. So we really had to solidify our finances. But another big part of that was our governance. So they had said to us, you have to change the way you do business so you don't find yourself in the same situation again.
When you first took over as mayor and you started going through the books and all that, what was the most egregious thing you found?
I think the accountability, probably, you know, making sure everyone was doing their job. And we had a lot of vacancies, so just bringing the right team in that was really focused on fixing what we needed to fix.
What has this done to the psyche in town in terms of the emotional feeling that you and others are feeling now after this has all been lifted?
It's a really great positive vibe. I feel it out there. I grew up there, so I could feel the difference. You know, it was heavy before. You know, you're under this cloud, and now people feel good. They feel, you know, very excited about the future, and they have a trust in government. So a big part of this was rebuilding trust in government, and that's what this oversight board kept saying to me is, you know, it took a year and a half. I know I wasn't going to get out overnight. But we had to build trust with the public, and I think we've done that.
I've always felt that West Haven has tremendous potential. The building right behind us, an historic building, and the center's got some real opportunity for developers to come in, and because this is, you know, you have train service, it's a little bit cheaper than living in a place like Madison or something. So what is on your wish list to get for your city?
So, well, one of the areas we always focus on is the beach. We have the longest usable coastline, and that's our jewel. So we got to make sure that is kept up. We have a lot of visitors that come into the city for the beach, and then they go to our restaurants, right? And they do business in the city. So we have a Beach Street corridor that we have raised the road, and it's been a kickoff and a springboard for a lot of development down there. We have restaurants that are opening down there. Downtown, we just secured a $250,000 planning grant, because in order to really get funding to transform, you need to have a professional planning grant. We're selling some buildings that have been sitting there that have been eyesores. We have a building right on our shore that's been vacant for 8 years and boarded up, so that's going to be a banquet facility. And recently we secured $2 million from the governor to transform an old school into a community center, which we never had before.
Is there any kind of industry you could attract to West Haven? And the reason I ask this question is we had the Commissioner of Economic Development, Dan O'Keefe, in recently, and he was saying that the tariffs, the new Trump tariffs, actually could pose some potential for cities and towns to maybe attract something to be built in the U.S. Is there something that you could
We have amazing manufacturing in West Haven. Some of the organizations I didn't even know existed until I became mayor, and I wanted to go out and visit some of our top manufacturers and talk to them about what their needs are. We put together a tax incentive program because we knew, because of our challenges in the past, we had to do something to entice businesses, but also to retain them. So we have the largest truffle factory in the world right in West Haven. We have one of the largest printing organizations. So we have a lot of good manufacturing already. And you know, one of my goals was to keep them there.
Let's say you meet a couple from Massachusetts or perhaps New York, and they're thinking of moving to Connecticut. They're looking for a place to live. What is your pitch to them that they should consider?
My pitch is that it's a beautiful city. I think it's the people that really make our city great. Everybody really comes out for each other. But again, it's our coastline. We have a lot of historic value. We have military museums. We have a great educational system. We have a number of schools that are award-winning schools. And we have amazing restaurants. So that would be my pitch.
And in terms of a next term for you, what's your argument that you should
I actually just announced last week.
You did?
I did.
I know that.
Yes. So
what's your argument that you should be reelected?
I think in the past year and a half, made significant strides, I think, and we've turned things around. And I think the people, I think we've been able to demonstrate that we're committed, we're serious. We've removed a lot of political interference, which has been an obstacle in the past. And I want to see my projects finished, and I want to bring more to the city of West Haven.
Mayor Dorinda Borer of West Haven, great to see you in the program. Best of luck this summer.
Thank you.
We'll be right back with a Colonel in just a moment.